presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the fair use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo.
I went fishing the other day with two other men, and they threw me out of the boat. You see, we went fishing, and we brought 4 cigars, but no one brought a lighter. So that's when I said, hey, we should take one of the cigars and throw it overboard. And they said, well, how's that going to help? I said, because if we take one of the cigars and throw it overboard, then the boat will become a cigar lighter. And that's when they threw me overboard.
tracking continues.
Wow. Hey, everybody. It's Monday. Happy Monday. See, what is it? TGIM, right? Glad to be here and in this impromptu live. Nod says, nice to see me, so I better turn on the camera to make sure that I can be seen.
Clickety click.
There we go. How's everyone doing? So, yeah, I'll tell you what happened. And first of all, I want to apologize. I just saw, I guess, the Rev is live. So if that's normally something you watch, I apologize. I didn't know. I didn't know everyone's schedule really. And but what happens to me is I get these thoughts in my head, and they come from me or God, not from the dog or the cat. This isn't some Son of Sam thing. But I get these thoughts in my head of like conversations or funny videos or skits. And most of the time they'll dissipate and I'm fine. But every once in a while, one gets stuck in there, it just won't leave until I actually do something about it. And some of them, I've told this to my wife, I would say for every one video I make now, there's probably 3 that didn't get made or partially made. And so sometimes the reason I don't get made is because they're too intense to try to like work out logistically, because I really am working with free equipment and old computers and and I do what I can. I record in the bathroom because it's got good sound and stuff. But so what happened is there was this one and it wouldn't go away. And so yesterday I had time to work on it. And so I decided to take it on. And then, of course, when I'm done with it, I just want to put it out. And it was pretty late last night. And so I figured there wouldn't be much of an audience anyways. And so I wanted to put it out today. And I set it up as just like, it'll premiere on its own. But literally, it's like 4-minute video. I mean, I don't do really long videos except my live streams. And so I thought, well, shoot, I have time to this afternoon. And I bet you some people will be like watching Monday Night Football, clandestine maybe, but I didn't want to interrupt that and stuff. So I thought I'd jump in here and go live for a little bit, and so we can watch it together that way. Because otherwise, if I do a premiere, which it was going to be a premiere, then it would just be over in like 5 minutes. And then everyone's in the room going, what happened? So, and some people didn't even make it in time. It's like going to a Mike Tyson fight back in the day. Like if you're old enough to know Mike Tyson, he would go into the ring, and after the first bell rang, it was over. Like he get like one or two. I think one of them lasted like 90 seconds or less or something.
That's very true.
I hope so. I hope that's true. But yeah, so his fights were like over like that, and so that's how I felt this video would be. People would be showing up, and it would be done, And so I didn't even set up the studio or anything. That's why I got the illusion background. You can see my head keeps vanishing, but hey, the hair's doing it on its own anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now he can say it.
That's very true.
So anyways, I thought I'd do a live. I thought we could watch it together, and maybe there's some other things I can showcase or something. I don't know if I'll keep this video up once we're done, but we'll see. But I also am trying to find ways to get my show out there to more people. And one of the things is, like, I don't do TikTok, but YouTube has Shorts, which is kind of their version of it. But the problem is you have to, first of all, you've got to change everything to whatever this is. Portrait, I think. This is landscape, whatever, the up and down one. And in order to do that, I have to rearrange things and stuff. And then on top of that, because it changes anyways, you don't have to know all that. But it also, you need to have it within 3 minutes. And when I made this, it ended up, I think, 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Illuminati confirmed. And so I felt like one of those directors that always bitch about how I had to chop this and chop that for the. So I had to. So what I ended up doing was this. I thought maybe we could watch the original one together, and then the the YouTube short will go up, I think in a couple hours, and then it'll be available as a short. But the version we'll watch now, I don't know if I'll put it up as a regular version just because I'm trying to get the views, and people don't want to watch something that's really long anymore. You know, they say we have the attention span of a fish.
True.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, and I believe that one completely. So, so let's see, where are we all at here? 58 people. Goodness, that is such a blessing, and I want to thank you all that keep track with me and keep up on what I'm doing in order for you to be here at a moment's notice and show up for this is really sweet. So I appreciate you all. And let's see, where are we at here? Let me make sure I get this fixed here. Hold on 1 second. Get this going here. Clickety click. That's correct. Okay, good. So yeah, so I see a lot of the usual suspects and a few others, and so I don't know. What should we should we just jump right into the video? That's why you're all here. There's 63 people here. I played the opening to try to allow people to show up, and you guys are all discussing what you're about to eat. So, hi Tom, I see you. I see a bunch of other people in here, and but you're having some people are having steak. A lot of people have steak on this chat. It's kind of cool, and then some green bean casserole. What's that? Who cooks the best? Oh, my wife cooks the best steak, hands down. If you ever get a chance to have her make you a steak. Oh, you make a great meatloaf. I love a good meatloaf. So, yeah. And, oh, and you just got back from the hot springs. I haven't watched that video yet, Jenny. So that's exciting. What is this? What is this? Yeah, I showed the Charger Plate video, Rose. I showed it. In fact, I even showed it after all the nonsense that happened in the beginning of that. That was crazy. The audio was just terrible. So, all right. So we're going back down to the beginning or the end here to see if we got anybody else. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, and meatloaf sandwiches are great. And you know what? There's certain foods. Meatloaf is good hot or cold. Pizza is good hot or cold. Spaghetti is good hot or cold. You know, prove me wrong. So, okay. Well, I'm glad you're able to make it here too. So thank you for being here. So, yeah, we do that too when we have extra eggs. And, okay. Oh, he's at 5. All right, we better get going on this then. We got 71 beautiful people here. All right, so I'll tell you what, why don't we just kick it right off to the reason you're all here. Let's see this ridiculousness that I created yesterday for your watching enjoyment. But the only way we can do it on this channel is the right way.
A ceiling fan man world premiere video.
To whom? I just want to make sure you can hear the sound. Did y'all hear the sound? He said to whom? I think so. So make sure we got a 5x5s or whatever you guys say there. I will go off screen. I'm just making sure that there's sound. Is there anybody say there's sound? I know you're in the past. You got Popcorn Andy, great, excellent. Banana, nana, nana, excellent. Yep, there's sound. Here we go. So, as my silent wife reminds me, I'm going off screen. I know. Okay.
All satellites operative, Captain.
To whom it may concern, I did not have anything to do with Charlie Kirk's untimely demise.
Hey man, what are you doing?
What? Well, I'm writing my my I didn't do it letter about the shooting of Charlie Kirk.
You're typing a letter.
Well, I thought everyone had to do it. I mean, Netanyahu, he did like 3 of them already, right?
This is insane. It is false. It is outrageous.
And so I just feel it'd be awkward if like no one else does it and he's the only one. So I figured we all have to do it. So I'm currently writing mine.
Man, they already caught the killer.
What do you mean they already got the killer?
Oh yeah. Yes, it was this kid. And he drove like 2.5 hours away, and I think he had the rifle, like he had a long rifle in his pants, and he walked up and he climbed up on a building, and he changed his clothes, and then he assembled the rifle, and they took this crazy shot and took out Charlie Kirk, and he's the man of steel, though. It stopped the bullet, saved everyone, so he is a real hero.
Wait, what?
And then of course he changed his clothes again, like a Cher concert, and then he disassembled the rifle with the screwdriver he brought, and he left that on the roof, and then he climbed down off the roof with, I don't know where the rifle was, fit in a backpack that didn't even look like it could fit in, but he got down, and then he reassembled the rifle for some unknown reason and wrapped it in a towel and left it on the side of a ditch. And then he went online and he started talking to his friend at home and telling him everything and how he did it. And then, of course, he stopped off, got Dairy Queen, and then they caught him because his dad turned him in for $1 million. That's the story.
I don't know. There are a lot of holes in that story.
Nah, man, you're all wrong. It was a complete psyop. It was all fake, done with smoke and mirrors and AI.
You're talking about psyop.
What?
For what purpose?
Let me tell you something. Chair goes through the table. It was all AI generated. There's no blood splatter going anywhere. The exit wound's an entry wound. The shadows are disappearing. It's all fake. It was all staged. None of it was real. There's no blood. There was no crime scene tape. They destroyed the evidence. No autopsy. The whole thing was a psyop, just so they don't release the files.
What files?
Well, the Amelia Earhart files, of course, you idiot.
Oh, Amelia Earhart? Well, yeah, who doesn't want to see those?
I want to hear about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to get raptured any minute now. There's a guy in South Africa. He said it's going to happen just any day. So I'm ready.
Well, that already happened, dude.
What are you talking about? Yeah, man, the rapture already happened.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago or so. Nothing happened.
Are you serious?
Well, I guess I was left behind. You were left behind.
I got left behind.
Yeah, we're all left behind.
I quit my job. I gave away my truck. Oh, man. Can I borrow $20?
Well, you know what? I'll ask President Trump to release the files. President Trump, or is it King? No, either one. Please release all of the files on Amelia Earhart immediately. P.S. Did OJ really do it?
No, I didn't. Nope.
Satellite tracking continues.
There we go. What do you think? Huh? And scene. I did all the acting, writing, directing. You're my inspiration. You're my muse. Let's see. Let me fix this here. So yeah. So you like that? Okay. What do we got? Let's see. Where should we start? Let's go all the way back up here. Where do we start? Oh my God. You guys just really loved it. I don't know where to even start. I don't even know where to start. We'll start with this, of course. Excellent acting. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Still haven't gotten that Oscar yet, but there's a lot of us that are brilliant, as Cynthia, pardon me, says. And we, the Academy just does not want to honor us in that way. So what is this? Manifesto. Yeah. So
So you guys liked it. Okay, that was funny. Award-winning, excellent, great. And what else? What else we got? The screwdriver is a good, yeah. And just so you know, so how this works is I had the basic idea of what we were going to discuss as me and the other two people that were on the screen. And yeah, change. And so what I do is I just improv it, and I improv the lines of well, all the characters, but I started with the guy sitting at the keyboard, and then whatever he ends up saying, then I'll look at that, and then I'll do the other characters and to answer them, and then like the share thing just came. It's pretty good, so I thought so. And yeah, so okay, so you're liking this, okay, good. And the T-shirt, oh yeah, I like that shirt. Who gave me that? I know I couldn't think. Thank you, Cassandra. A friend gave me that shirt, and I love it. It says my lifeguard can walk on water. So yeah, I wear that out too. Let's see what do we got here? Here's I think he was real, but a Hollywood performance. I don't know. So okay, good. Yeah, and obviously I didn't give it, but it sure seemed like it was happening. That show with Connor, I vanished, and then the one was it just a couple nights ago? They tried to take me out, but I came back. So yeah, yeah. I mean, visit Earhart Island, exactly. What the heck? I mean, and I already got stuff for coming up for Friday, and he's doing it again. Somebody asked him, is he going to pardon Giselle Maxwell? And it's like right out of Star Wars. He goes, who? And they go, Giselle Maxwell. And he goes, now there's a name I haven't heard in a long time, you know, or something. It's like right out of Star Wars, like Obi-Wan. You know, it's like, it's so ridiculous. Everyone else in the world is hearing them and what's going on there, but he doesn't remember any of it. Are we still talking about this? So yeah, and that's why I had to post that. I wanted you to see that was an actual tweet. He's releasing all of the Amelia Earhart files because did we even know that? And we talk about conspiracies. Raise of hands. Who knew there was a conspiracy about Amelia Earhart? My goodness. I mean, geez. So I guess there's always been one of like, where did she crash and did the natives eat her or something, right? Isn't that this weird photo of her where she's the last photo taken and they're surrounded by natives and then they're like, I don't know. So maybe there is something to that, but oh my goodness, of all things, he's going to release that. So it's really, so, okay. Hey, Julia, good to see you. Let's see. Did I give my truck to Connor? What's that? No, I haven't seen her. She probably, like a lot of people, they still watch me. They just don't always have time to comment. So, yeah, no, I did not give it to Connor because he did offer that up. Anybody, but he, as of now, no one did that. So, and I like the people that were selling their trucks. Oh no, Sarah raptured your mug. Hey, you know, we might get a sighting if you see her. She's been around. I'll see. Ryan's in here if we can find Sarah, Jeannie. So, and you're rolling, and you're laughing, and you're laughing, and you're laughing. You like that typing? Thank you very much. I learned that from my wife. She taught me how to type. She taught me how to type fast and loud. So, supreme leader. Yeah, ruler. We could call him that. Funny, clap, noise. She was just here, though, bugging me. She's not in the kitchen area. So, let's see. And is not. What is this? Did you hear this one, Jeannie? Is this that flat earther guy? That Nicole Brown Simpson is who? Is Megyn Kelly? I hadn't heard that one. But I do think it's odd the way they spell Megan now. Because in my timeline, I don't remember it spelled like that. Unless you typed it. What's that? She's up there? Oh. We'll see, Ryan, if we can get her. So who knows? Maybe this will be my year. It might be. We never know. Thank you. You missed it? Well, it's only 4 minutes long. I bet we could ask the audience and I could play it again. So, what What is this? The banana scene. Oh, no, you're talking about the very last scene there? So check it out. So well, spoiler alert if you haven't watched the video. Well, I'll tell you what, because Connor's here and he didn't see it. Maybe a few people showed up because there's now 89 people here. And he is special. I'll come back to this about that. It's not a banana. It's a really interesting thing that happened, how the internet works. So, yeah, I just said, see, they're asking for it. So, yes. Okay. Thank you, DJ. God bless you. So, let's see. No one was worthy to take. Yeah, exactly. So, Hong Kong. Okay. Oh, I got a standing ovation. Thank you, Sue. So, yeah, right. There is no one. Yeah, his favorite things are say, I don't know what you're talking about. Are we still talking about this? And what list? There is no list. It was all a Democratic, blah, blah, blah. Well, then how come Giselle Maxwell's in jail for trafficking no one to nobody? So, but yeah, so that's what he said today. When they brought it up and said, "Are you going to pardon her?" He's like, "Who?" So you have nowhere else to go? Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm here. Is Monday the new Friday? Thank you, David. So, what is this? Didn't look at the camera. What's that? Is he in here? All right, I'll say hi to him. Well, I'm finishing up here, I think. And no, thank you. I did not. I'm very camera aware. And here's the weird thing, get behind the scenes. The way I shot it, I did mess it up in my mind. And so I was looking the wrong way. So one of those guys, you can mirror your video in YouTube. And so I mirrored it, but then it had my name because sometimes it just shows up. I forget to take it off and it was all backwards. So then I had to block that out. So that's why there's that little rectangular on the bottom there. But yeah, anyways, you didn't need to know all that. What else we have here? Yes, she is amusing and amazing. Yes, I will play it again. I'm almost done. I just want to get down to the bottom here. And I like how you can differentiate. I did actually, I think, play 3 different characters in my mind. So, thank you. So, okay. And what else we got? We're all good? So, thanks. Again, and that one that we did together, I'll say it 1,000 times. What you did was just awesome, and I really do appreciate it. And your singing is top notch. We can play one of my songs if you want today. You can compare our seating. All right, I'm gonna skip down to the bottom. There's a whole bunch that I haven't caught up on, but we need to watch it again. So what is that show with? Oh yeah, right. Oh hey, my Pax. So okay, I think we got. I know I skipped some, and I apologize, but let's do this again. Let's play. As Jenny says, play it again, Sam. And David wants to see Elon. Well, maybe we can do Elon today since it doesn't matter if I take the stream down. I have 30 minutes. Okay, I'm working on it. And you missed your what was this? And you've got a show starting, I believe. So, or you're on a show. I forget. And I apologize if I stepped on you. I didn't mean to. It just happened to come up. But and yes, I'm going to play it right now, Bundy. So here we go. Okay.
All satellites operative, Captain.
And I need to remove myself to make it less confusing. All right, here we go. Clickety click. Let's see. Let's see. Why can't I? There we go. To whom it may concern, I did not have anything to do with Charlie Kirk's untimely demise.
Hey man, what are you doing?
What? Well, I'm writing my my "I didn't do it" letter about the shooting at Charlie Kirk. You're typing a letter? Well, I thought everyone had to do it. I mean, Netanyahu, he did like 3 of them already, right?
This is insane. It is false. It is outrageous.
And so I just feel it'd be awkward if like no one else does it and he's the only one. So I figure we all have to do it. So I'm currently writing mine. Man, they already caught the killer. What do you mean they already got the killer? Oh, yeah. Yes, it was this kid. And he drove like 2.5 hours away. And I think he had the rifle, like he had a long rifle in his pants. And he walked up, and he climbed up on a building. And he changed his clothes. And then he assembled the rifle. And they took this crazy shot and, took out Charlie Kirk. And he's the man of steel, though. It stopped the bullet, saved everyone. So he is a real hero. Wait, what? And then, of course, he changed his clothes again, like a Cher concert. And then he disassembled the rifle with the screwdriver he brought, and he left that on the roof. And then he climbed down off the roof with, I don't know where the rifle was, fit in a backpack that didn't even look like it could fit in. But he got down, and then he reassembled the rifle for some unknown reason and wrapped it in a towel and left it on the side of a ditch. And then he went online and he started talking to his friend at home and telling him everything and how he did it. And then, of course, he stopped off, got Dairy Queen. And then, they caught him because his dad turned him in for $1 million. That's the story. I don't know. There are a lot of holes in that story. Nah, man, you're all wrong. It was a complete psyop. It was all fake. Done with smoke and mirrors and AI. You're talking about psyop. What? For what purpose? Let me tell you something. Chair goes through the table. It was all AI generated. There's no blood splatter going anywhere. The exit wound's an entry wound. The shadows are disappearing. It's all fake. It was all staged. None of it was real. There's no blood. There was no crime scene tape. They destroyed the evidence. No autopsy. The whole thing was a psyop, just so they don't release the files. What files? Well, the Amelia Earhart files, of course, you idiot. Oh, Amelia Earhart? Well, yeah, who doesn't want to see those? I want to hear about that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to get raptured any minute now. There's a guy in South Africa, he said it's going to happen just any day, so I'm ready. Well, that already happened, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah, man, the rapture already happened. Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago or so. Nothing happened. Are you serious? Well, I guess. I was left behind. You were left behind. I got left behind. Yeah, we're all left behind. I quit my job. I gave away my truck. Oh, man. Can I borrow $20? Well, you know what? I'll ask President Trump to release the files. President Trump, or is it King? No, either one. Please release all of the files on Amelia Earhart immediately. P.S. Did OJ really do it?
No, I didn't. Nope.
Satellite tracking continues.
And scene. What do you think of that? Oh, wow, it got bright in front of this window here. Hold on a second. Let me fix that. Get a clickety-click here for a moment. It's 2. Hate to do that, but otherwise I can't even see the screen. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's much better. I can see at least. So, yeah, there you go. So that was it. That was my, I don't know, my little thing. So, and that'll be up. Now, I had to make it I wanted to make it as a short. So, 2 of the guys actually talk a little faster. That's how I was able to do it. Oh, thanks, Bruce. Hey, Jeannie, Bruce is here. A little, not another song, little ditty. So Bruce, I got to tell you something. Sorry, this is a private conversation, you guys. So he shows up in the chat, and of course, immediately in my head, that's that ELO song, "Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce." And so I do what I always do, Bruce. I look into this song, and here's the wild thing. And I'm not saying it's a Mandela effect. I'm saying this one's fascinating. It's funny. So that guy, the guy that wrote the song, he had a word in there because he didn't have a lyric yet, right? That's how they said Paul McCartney had scrambled eggs for yesterday. I know a lot of weird trivia, stupid stuff. And so he had just a placement word in there, and the word was Gruß. And they said it's close to like a German word, greeting or something like that. But what happened is people misunderstood it, at least that's what they say, as the same reason that I've always heard it as Bruce. And so they would do it live in concert, and he got tired of explaining to the audience that the name's not Bruce, so he just started singing it Bruce. So everyone changed it to that. So otherwise, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, Bruce. So a little stupid trivia from the Ceiling Fan Man show. Where is he? So, okay. Oh, you liked it. So you liked it? Okay, good. Good. And of all people, I'm talking about earworms, right? Oh, that's earthworms. Oh, hey, Chief Crow. Is it a Tupperware party? I don't know. That's why I don't sell Tupperware. My wife does sell soap. So if you're interested in ever buying some of the, here, I'll show you the greatest natural soaps you'll ever use. If I can find her website. Maybe I can't bring it up. Trish will put it in the chat if she's here. I'm pretty sure you are. And yeah, so that's the way you can if you feel like supporting us. You are a little behind me. You got it? Okay, cool. Let's see. So what was I saying? Okay, so that was that. Oh yeah, Rose mentioned about the like banana scene, and so if you look at a I don't know how I found it. It took me a little bit of searching, but I wanted to find somewhere where OJ said he didn't do it, and because he actually wrote a book called "I Did It," but it little letters that says "didn't." But I mean, he couldn't wait to tell you. Now again, is it the same thing? That's why I brought it up in the Charlie Kirk thing. Is it the same thing? I mean, come on. But the fact that we're still talking about it to this day, we're still talking about JFK, RFK, MLK, all the three-letter guys. We're still talking about what happened in September several years back. They'll never be. They just want us to keep going around this what do you call it, hamster wheel, trying to prove this right or that right. And in the end, that none of that matters. In the end, the love you make is equal to the love you take. No, in the end, it was a traumatic event. And people that had never even heard of Charlie Kirk suddenly have heard of Charlie Kirk. They wanted it out there almost like that day in September kind of date. They wanted it to traumatize people. I mean, there's so many questions that we still have. Is like, you can still to this day see that brutal assassination in all of its goriness online. And yet, like Twitter or YouTube or any of the other, they always pull things down when there's anything that's even close to that. And yet this is still there. That's really, there's so many things that make it weird. That's why that one guy, the couch, he had all kinds of theories. And the other guy was telling you the real story. And you know what I mean? The real story. And so they just want us to argue that over and over. But still, what's happening? You're still fixated on that day that happened. Now, what I saw for my wife and I, we actually enjoyed watching him debate. That's why South Park made that thing. He was a master debater. He was really talented at that. That's why they hire people. If he was hired, if he was, doing all Illuminati signs and all that, that's why they have people in these positions, is because they're good at their craft, right? That's why we watch the same movies, the actors and stuff. Oh, this ought to be good. It's got so-so in it, right? So it's the same thing. He was very good at what he did. Now, I can argue when he was corrupted, if he was corrupted, did he get out? Did he try to get out? Was the whole thing fake? Is it all? You can go round and round and never prove any of your sides. It's just like trying to still argue the shape of the earth. Once you've seen it, you can't go back. Once you understand you're not a ball flying through space and that there's a firmament, and everyone's been trying to tell, oh, here, we can use that one. Everyone's been trying to tell you, including the guy that Werner von Braun tells you, there's a firmament. Everyone! And so once you get to that stage where it doesn't even matter like the shape overall. God says it's circular and it's on pillars and it's protected. Noted. That's all I need to know. What do I need to keep searching and figuring that out for? It's like I know how to use my iPhone, but I don't know how to take it apart and put it together again. It doesn't matter if we know how this stuff works. Just know that God's in charge of it and it works. Your body is a machine that can heal itself. Well, that's impossible. I can see in the octopus world, maybe those are a chimera. We need to look at them one day. But they can regrow arms, right? Lizards regrow tails. It's proven in the animal kingdom that things can regrow limbs and stuff, but not in humans. So I don't know. It's depending on how dampered down we've been. I was told once that the enamel in your teeth, you can't regrow it, because I was arguing, well, it's a bone. You should be able to replenish that, because you break a bone, it'll fix itself eventually. And that's an amazing thing we take for granted. You can cut your finger and know that in a day or so, it'll be sealed up and healed probably within weeks or months. I mean, depending on the person. That's incredible. We just expect that, right? And so that's the problem. There's certain things that we can expect something. And then other things we're like, oh, that's going to take some time. I can't do that. But if it's the same system, how come we can't do it with these other things that we want to do? How come we always have to negotiate with ourselves? Well, I can't do that. I'll do maybe that. No, if your body self-heals like Wolverine in a way, why can't we just put that same energy? And I'm the same person that has trouble with this too. But we should be able to, once we understand a bunch of things. One, the world works on frequencies. That's so easy to see and prove with science. Then when you add in God, he spoke everything into existence. So God and Jesus, when he did his thing, it's the sword of his mouth. So they teach us, like when he was on the boat and it was all crazy, he just went to the ocean and said, be still or be quiet, and it listened. So it's like he didn't do anything physical and wave a wand or anything. He just talked to it. And so that's the thing. I'm not saying I'm anywhere close to getting to that level, but that seems one of the keys, is that we put this on ourselves, our own inability to do things. And in the Bible, it says with God, all things are possible. And so when Jesus tells us that we can move mountains and we go, I can't move a mountain. There's got to be a way that eventually you get to that, higher consciousness, whatever you want to say, where you start to understand it. And I mean, they show us in everything. Go back to the Matrix, right? There is no spoon. You can go to that one with, what was that good one? Not Michael, the other one. He always plays weird characters, John Travolta. But he gets electrocuted or something, and then he has powers. I think that was wrong. That was Powder. It was the one with John Travolta. But he had he was really smart and answered ESP and stuff, and he started moving a pencil without touching it. And the guy said, how are you doing that? And he goes, well, I'm not really, I'm asking it to move. And so even in the movies, they show you that kind of information. And so I'm not saying how to get there right away. I'm just saying work on that, each and every one of us. Expect something. Someone once told me, don't focus on the sickness, focus on the health. And so if you're feeling you're catching a cold, right? And then what do we do? Oh, gosh, I'm coming down with something. And then it gets worse. So what you try to do is think about how you felt before it happened and just keep thinking that's where you want to be, rather than being, woe is me. And then you're concentrating on God's healing powers rather than the curse. I like that one. Let's get in rotation. So we're going to take something really interesting and turn it into a joke, but that's why you're here. So, but going all the way back to what I was saying, I searched O.J. Simpson saying I didn't do it. And that video you can still find. It was some interview he did with some lady. I don't even know who they are. And she asked him outright, did you do it? And that's when he goes, no, he didn't. And nope, or whatever. But then at the end of the interview, she says, and then he decided to do what he said was a funny joke. And she's like, I'll just show you. And he did that to her. She didn't know he was going to do that. So he just breaks out of the bathroom at her and and does that. Now Rose said it was a banana, but I don't know. Let's look at it. I thought it was a knife. It makes more sense if it was a banana. It is a banana, okay, but still, that's what you want to see. The guy was just accused of this.
No, I didn't. Nope.
And he made those sounds. That's coming out of him. I know it's a banana. It's still. Oh, stop it back there. The silent way. Uh-oh, what happened to my mouse got unplugged. All right. So there we go. But yeah, so that was the banana thing. There was something else I think I was going to mention too, but I don't remember anymore. So yeah. Yeah, right? Movie Psycho. Yeah. So, and if you ever watch that movie, as shocking as it was in its day, I still think it's a great movie. But you never see the actual violence. Like you see him looking like he's, doing the stabbing thing. And then it looks like they said they used chocolate syrup to get it that dark on screen in the tub and stuff. But you never see anything. Nowadays, my gosh, you can't watch anything. They've completely traumatized a whole bunch of generations to where excessive violence is nothing. In fact, it's getting worse and worse. So that's why I can't watch these things anymore. Yeah. So, and what is DMSO? I would love to tell you on this show, but make sure you stay away from all of these experimental things that allegedly help with a lot of stuff but can cause you bad problems. So listen to your doctors and the three-letter companies. So I'm just saying, do some research on it, and if that's all I'm going to say. How about this? I could say this and I not get in trouble. Do you know that equestrians, people that deal with horses, they use this stuff? They use DMSO and they use ivermectin on their animals. We're talking animals that cost thousands of dollars. So there. I'm just talking about horses. That's it. So, okay. What's left? Yeah, that's a wild one too. We can let me know if I need to go. I don't want to step on anybody's shows and stuff. But 11 minutes. Okay. How to get rid of this banner? There. Okay. See if I can find that. Let's see. Glove. Where is it? See if I can find it really quick. Because on this show, we talk about the Mandela effect. And that was a huge one. If I can find the actual video of him saying it now. Let's see. Oh, here. We're not going to watch the whole OJ trial. I can't find it. But to go along with what you said there, if the glove don't fit, they have to quit. He now says, I don't think he says the glove at all. He says, if it doesn't fit. You must have quit. So I don't know. They're going to say we thought it and added that. But anyways, I thought that was a pretty wild one. That was an intense one. That was probably one of my first big ones because I wasn't around for the 3-letter guys, JFK, RFK, MLK. I wasn't around for that. But that OJ one, I mean, they had a basketball game on and they put the car chase on the side. And sometimes the car chase was bigger than the basketball game. And all it was a car. But it had O.J. Simpson and A.J. Rawlings, I think was the other dude. And all I could think about was if you've seen that movie Blazing Saddles, the guy, is it Cleavon Little? He puts a gun to his own head and says, back off or I'll kill him. He says other words that we won't say on here. What is it? Trump says we can't say nuclear. That's what it is. Yeah. And and so he does that. Well, OJ was driving and they were telling the cops to back off or he would kill himself. It was like right out of that movie. And so they get there and then I don't know. It was a whole, they took that thing and stretched it out. There's never cameras allowed in courtrooms, right? Well, all we see is drawings. I think that's when it started, and everyone was talking about, what was it? Judge Ito, Horatio, what was it? Something like that. And he had, what do you call those things? Timers with sand in them. And he had all, it was like they were acting, and then what was Trisha Clark? Not Trisha Clark. No, it was Melissa Clark. Wasn't that her name? What's she wearing today, and what's going to be revealed. And we got Kato Kalin having like the greatest life ever. And, the white Bronco. And oh my God, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And so that was like my first big one that I had ever experienced. And then, of course, there was more. But wait, there's more. You've got the thing with the towers, and then now you got this thing going on, and they get us every time. It doesn't matter how smart we feel we are. It doesn't matter how many Crow streams we've watched. It doesn't matter what knowledge we have. They get us every time. Because you know what? We weren't built for this. We weren't built for these psychological games. We weren't built for people to show up. They're everywhere. They're all over YouTube. Why? Because when people stop, like the people in my audience, like you guys stop watching mostly TV. Maybe you watch old movies or TV shows once. We do occasionally here. But you're not watching the news or any of that, And so they had to find out where we went. And we went into here. And I know I'm running out of time, but I've got to show you this. I wanted to make sure. I'll show it Friday too. But I think this is should be required viewing for everybody. Because where they want to take us, we're already there. And we just don't even realize it. So let's see. Clickety click. Here we go. Oh, not that. Isn't that funny, though? It's making its own meme. Anyways, we'll talk about it maybe on Friday if they let me. And just unbelievable things I'm reading. Here, this one. So check this out. And then we can discuss. This blew me away. Can you see it large enough on the screen? Okay. Well, here, I'll take myself off so you can see the whole thing. Well, maybe I don't know. We'll do it this way.
We can't trust our eyes anymore. There's a video going viral of Bob Ross painting with his head, doing fades, or walking out with Anna Nicole Smith during the WWE.
Now, I have to admit, I've come across these things. I try not to watch AI, but you can't help yourself. Some of these are hilarious, just saying.
Another shows Stephen Hawking hitting a half pipe doing flips, racing in Formula One races, and going around the NASCAR circuit keeping pace in his wheelchair. And fighting in the UFC, Martin Luther King and JFK ding-dong ditching. Bigfoot doing a TED Talk. And then there's poor Jake Paul doing makeup tutorials, dressed up in a skirt or in full Jewish attire.
Now, here's the thing. So the other ones, obviously, it's, unless you're a Q person, that's not actually JFK running around with MLK doing ding dong ditch. That one's obviously fake, and I very much doubt. I think Stephen Hawking is dead. Otherwise, I probably believe that one too. So you can see those are actual, fakery. But the fact that this is a modern dude, isn't this the guy that just boxed Mike Tyson, and they got him doing this, and this is where we're at now. And this is that new program. It's showing up everywhere. Sana or Sora or something like that. Anyone can get into this. Anyone.
Dressed up in a skirt or in full Jewish attire, being pulled over by the cops, saying he's done with boxing.
I'm officially done with boxing. I'm stepping away to focus on my LGBTQ career.
And then there's real-life versions of Peter Griffin.
That's just disturbing. Yes, 16 Alpha, we're doomed. Absolutely. Yeah.
And who do we have to thank? Sora 2. Some of these videos are so accurate that they've fooled millions. AI went from this to this in a couple of years. And we've just...
Isn't that crazy? If you know what he's talking about, they used to show us like a beer commercial where everyone was on fire and they couldn't get the hands right, and food like this would go into the side of your face and morph into your hand. And just within 2 years now, what they let us do is way less than what they actually have right now. We all know that. They got 20 years in the future of what we're doing.
To this in a couple of years. And we've just now crossed the line where seeing no longer means believing. People won't know what's real anymore. You see, here's the problem. Our brains have evolved to believe what we see. For decades, video evidence was the final word. The proof. Now proof is dead. If a fake plane crash can look real, what happens when these tools are used to generate convincing body cam footage or security videos, or even historical archives? A world where anything can be faked means everything must be questioned. And that's not just a technical problem, that's a social one. Older generations are already struggling to tell what's real online. The next generation, they're growing up in a world where reality is negotiable. Imagine fake ads showing real celebrities endorsing products they've never touched. AI-generated press conferences, fake brand deals, or real videos being sold as fake to avoid justice. If anyone can make anyone say anything, every platform becomes a playground of illusion. Trust becomes near impossible. And don't get me wrong, these AI video tools are incredible. They can make anyone a movie director. But every technological leap has a cost. And this one's cost is certainty. Because from now on, every clip, every photo, every breaking story has to come with a question mark. We've officially entered a world where you can't even trust your own eyes. And that's not progress. That's power without proof. That can be abused, which means it likely will be. Welcome to the age of illusion.
So there you go. And I'm going to show this again on Friday.
We can't trust our eyes anymore.
Be quiet, please. But I'll throw this in the chat if anybody wants to view that or share it out. But yeah, that's the thing. You know, everyone, they keep talking about, like, the last card in the deck is the alien invasion. It's going to be so easy because now we can't anything. You know, I've shown, well, like what's happening in my head right now, I've shown many presidents, Biden, Trump, whatever, vanishing. And I have go check out on my channel. I have a thing on holograms. I did it with Rose. And that was several years ago. And so if they're already proofs that the president's not where he says he is, and like I talked with Connor, there's like 4 White Houses they film from now or so. Give it a few years. You won't even know if the prison guards are here anymore. We'll be self-sufficient. We'll be listening to AI. They've already got services of Jesus doing sermons. Like, we're on the precipice, people. We're all worried about Terminator coming through with like machine gun, laser cannons, or whatever. They're doing it with their eyes, with their minds right now, right here and now in this current time that we live in. It's happening, and we're watching it happen. So what can you do? Well, pray up. Make sure that you have the full armor of God. Make your relationship with Jesus, and we'll get through this together. So I would stay longer. You got like 100 people here. Hi, Faye, Donut Slayer. But I don't like stepping on other people's time slots. So I'll save the rest of what I have to talk about on Friday. And yeah, so if you have anything, leave me a comment, send me an email. God bless you all. I really appreciate you showing up and giving me this time. And go watch JT stream now. I believe he's starting right now. So I'll throw in the end song and you can move on over there. All right. Thank you again for being here. God bless you all. And we'll see you Friday.
I'm the satellite.